Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of Toy Collector Review with me, Sergeant Geek, and today we're going to take a look at a few of the core class figures from the War for Cybertron trilogy. Today we got Megatron, Optimus Prime, Rat Pack, and Starscream. Now normally I would do an individual video on each figure, but these guys are small, and instead of doing 4 short videos, we're gonna do one that's a regular size, probably go a little bit longer than normal, but I think it's worth it because these guys are pretty cool figures. I actually like this core class they came up with. It's pretty cool. So guys, let's go ahead and let's take a look at these figures right now. Alright guys, so here they are in their alt modes. Let's take a closer look and check out some of the details on these figures. Here we got Rat Pack. Now, Rat Pack, this is a pretty cool figure. This is actually the very first Rat Pack I own, as I never got into Beast Wars back in the day, but I am actually liking the storyline for it, and I do recommend watching it if you haven't gotten around to it yet. Now, let's take a look at Optimus Prime. Optimus Prime, like all other mini figures of Optimus Prime, pretty much the same. Not really much has changed, just a little different detail. He is a little bit hollow in the legs, which kind of sucks. They should have done something for that, but it is what it is. Here we have Starscream. Now this Starscream, compared to the Legends class, I actually like a lot better. He's got more detail. It looks really cool, and his transformation almost makes me think of a full-scale Transformer as opposed to the Legends, which is a totally weird way of completing Starscream. Alright, so let's take a look at Megatron. Now this is the second Megatron I actually own. It is a pretty nice tank mode, as you can see here. You can see a little bit of Megatron at the bottom there, but it's still nice in the front. Nice on this side, but where it falls apart for me is back here. It looks like a hot mess. But let's keep it moving. The turret actually does pivot, so you can pivot the turret around for some playable action there. And the cannon actually goes up and down. Now my cannon, once again, is kind of stiff, so it is kind of hard to get it up and down. After playing with it for a little bit, it'll probably loosen up, I'm hoping. We'll just have to wait and see. But all in all, for a minifig, this is pretty cool. I actually like the way they did these core class figures. So guys, let's transform them and let's take a look at them in their robot mode.
The Transformers will return after these messages.
His spaceship destroyed by Decepticon fire, Springer, the toughest of the Autobot triple changers, crash lands on planet Junkion.
Hurry, hurry! Operators are standing by! No welcome waiter, fellow stranger! The Transformers for the beast. Junkion Wrecker transforms from motorcycle to robot.
And triple changer Springer transforms from car to helicopter to robot.
The Transformers.
The Transformers, each sold separately from Hasbro. We now return to the Transformers.
Alright guys, so here they are in robot mode, and these guys look really good. I like the weaponry on them. I like the details that they have. They look really good, but let's go ahead and let's get a closer look at each one of these figures. So let's get them off the turntable and let's take a closer look. Alright, so the first one we're going to take a look at is Optimus Prime. And he is a very good looking robot, but let's take a look at some of the articulation now. Now with the head, you can go left or right. You just gotta be careful because it does want to pop up from the sit point. Now all the joints are pretty much ball joint on this figure, so he does have some great articulation, which makes it great for posing. As you can see here at the elbow, he does do 90 degree. Now it doesn't have any wrist tilt or wrist rotation other than what is done for transformation. He doesn't really have any waist rotation except for the part up just above the windshields for the transformation. Now the legs can go all the way out to the front and all the way to the back. And like with every one of these figures, he does get 90 degrees of bend at the knee. Once again, this is a really cool figure. I just wish they actually did a little bit more detail, but hey, for the size of the figure, I'm not really complaining. Let's go on and let's check out the next figure. Alright guys, next figure we got is Megatron, and this is a very nice rendition of Megatron. So let's take a look at the articulation once again. With the head, you can go left to right. Now with the arms, they are inside these shoulder pads, which does take a little bit of maneuverability, but you can get his arms to post. The only thing is you can't raise his arms above his head, which is kind of a downside, but still, I don't really expect much from these figures being so small. Once again, at the elbow, you do get 90 degrees. And with this one, you do get a waist rotation. Now, once again, all the joints are on ball joints. So you get some great articulation with these guys. Once again, as you can see, all the way back, all the way out, and 90 degrees at the knee. Now, with the arm, with the cannon, you gotta be careful when you move him around because it does kind of get stuck when you try to position him. So guys, he does have some limitations, but all in all, still a good figure. Let's check out the next figure. Alright, next we got Starscream. Now this is a great Seeker mold right here. It's a way better than the Legends class figures of the Seekers because those guys look kind of hard to stand and their legs look really funny. But this one right here looks really good. Once again, the same articulation as all the other ones so far, and I'm really looking forward to them actually making a Thundercracker because Thundercracker is one of my favorite Seekers, and I would love to get Thundercracker in this size right here. But once again, guys, as you can see, all the joints are ball joints, so it's really easy to get him to pose up in many different ways. These are some great figures. This core class is really cool. I'm actually liking it a lot. They're small, they're not expensive, and especially for younger kids, it's a great way to get them into Transformers without spending $30, $40 on a complicated transformation figure. These guys do have a little bit of technicality to them, but for the average kid, it's very simple to grasp and transform them. Let's go ahead and let's go on to one of my new favorite Transformers. Alright guys, so next is one of my new favorite characters from Transformers, and that is Rat Pack. This guy is really cool, and the storyline from the Beast Wars series is really cool. Once again, guys, I recommend watching that if you get a chance to. Once again, like all the other core class, he has the same articulation, but if you notice where his arms are, they're not actually attached to his body. They're actually attached to the, I guess you can call the outer shell of his rat transformation. So it makes it a little bit weird on how you position his arms, but you can still do a lot of the same positions as all the other figures, which is really cool. And he can actually go a little bit past 90 on the arms, and I think that's due to his transformation. He does have the same pivot points on the legs as well, but with the way his legs bend for his transformation, you can actually go past 90 degrees. If you wanted to get his legs down a little bit further, you just use part of that transformation of his, and you can do that, and it looks really cool. And unlike the other figures I have so far, Rat Pack actually does have some ankle tiltage since his feet are on ball joints, so he does have a little bit of pivoting there, which is due to his transformation, but is really cool. Other than that, it just looks kind of funny the way his feet are with that big hole in them. But once again, he's a core class, he's a smaller figure. Not really looking to nitpick these guys because I think they're really cool. This core class coming out, I can't wait to get more of these guys. These are some awesome figures, guys. If you get them, pick them up. They're only 10 bucks at your local store. Guys, that's gonna do it for this video right here.
The Transformers will return after these messages.
New Power Masters are here. Amazing new Transformers called Power Masters.
Their engine's the key that unlocks their Transformer energy.
Incredible Power Masters. They only transform when their Nebulon becomes their engine.
Power Master Transformers! Decepticon Power Masters transform!
And the Decepticons unlock their Transformer energy.
Power Master Transformers! They've got the power to surprise!
We now return to the Transformers.
Alright guys, once again, that's going to do it for this video right here. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, become a member of this channel, hit that bell notification so you guys can be notified every time I put out a new video. And guys, if you like the content that I'm putting out on this channel, go ahead and hit that like button. And if there's anything in particular you guys want to see on here, leave me a comment in the comment section below, or just leave a random comment. It does help with the algorithm on YouTube. Once again, guys, this is Sergeant Geek, and I'm signing off.